This morning, a comedic take on a theater classic, A Doll's House Part 2, opens this weekend at the Ensemble Theatre in Over the Rhine, and I'm joined by cast members Christine Dye and Connan Morrisey. Good to see you, ladies.
Hello.
Thank you both so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
So, A Doll's House, a very famous play from the 1800s. It was not a comedy, right? Or was it a comedy?
The original was not, but you do not have to have seen Doll's House Part 1 to enjoy Doll's House Part 2, and Doll's House Part 2 is a comedy, definitely.
Right. And where did the idea come from?
The author, I saw an interview of him, and he said he was sitting in a bar doodling on a cocktail napkin and suddenly wrote down A Doll's House Part 2. And he burst out laughing. He thought that was hysterical, held it up to all of his friends. They in turn also thought that was very funny. And it literally began with that, with the title.
So at the time that that play was written, it was really groundbreaking in covering issues of marriage and women and equality. So where does the new one sort of take over?
Well, A Doll's House Part 2 is the story of Nora coming back to her family after 15 years. She left her family. She left her husband and her 3 children, and walked out the door. Referencing the door slam that is famous throughout dramatic history. And at the time, it was a real shock. You know, women did not do that. Women did not leave their families. But this is a story about the people who have inhabited this house, how their lives changed, what has happened to the children. So she meets again with her former nanny, Anne-Marie, which Christine plays.
So you're Nora,
I am.
And she's Anne-Marie, right?
Yes. And I wound up raising her 3 children in her 15-year absence to adulthood. They are now adults.
So the idea of a mother and wife walking out on her family is not a funny topic, but when she comes back, where does the humor come in?
What's happened while she was gone, how we got by, how we didn't get by successfully, and sometimes how little she was missed. So there's a lot of variations in that of the comedy, but
it's the human comedy. I mean, it's about these people and about what they want and about what they need and how those needs are important. And I think the great thing about this show is that everyone's perspective is valid, and that everyone in the audience will find something to agree with.
No question.
With a character or what they're saying on stage.
That can really translate into our times today, don't you think?
Totally. Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is the most produced play in regional theater across the country this year.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think we're still dealing with those topics.
Yeah.
We're still dealing with women making choices that they want to make for themselves, how that affects the ones that they love, and the ones that they love have needs and wants too.
As well, yeah.
Christine and Connan, it was a pleasure talking with you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, break a leg. Enjoy your performances. It was so nice talking. It's March 2nd through 30th at Ensemble Theatre and OTR, A Doll's House Part 2. And we have ticket information for you at local12.com. Now here's Tara.